right.
We're getting the inside so you don't fall off.
Larry from Philly.
What up?
Where are you?
What's good, man? We in hot San Antonio doing our thing. It's crazy out here.
Hey, we're back at it. When I started my channel 2014, Larry was the man right by my side, helping me film.
I was the cameraman.
And now he's going, where are you going?
Man, I'm about to hit the water. London, England. Or England.
England for 3 to 5 years.
Yeah. Don't forget.
Good day, YouTube. I'm here with Larry from Philly.
It's been a minute.
Larry's my good friend. We used to work together when I first started this channel in 2014, December. He was helping me out by filming. And I was borrowed my daughter's camera. We're here in San Antonio, home of basic training, the Air Force, which is what my channel's about. But this video here is something more important to me, which is we made a video a few years ago when he was in Denver, because he's based out of Charleston and now he's moving to England in this month for 3 to 5 years with his family. But what I want to talk about is we made a video. We made a few videos, but the last one that we did was called Small World, Smaller Air Force. This one's about friendship. It's about appreciation. It's about gratitude. Larry has no idea what I'm going to ask him, but we had dinner and we talked about a few things. And I want you to hear this man speak, because I told him as we're walking to our hotel that Larry speaks from the heart. And I don't even have to give him a notification of what we're going to talk about, because it doesn't matter. He's going to deliver. He made a comment that as a child, he grew up in Philadelphia, I grew up in Los Angeles. I don't know his whole history as a child, but he made a comment that you said, Larry, as when I was younger, I couldn't dream. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And what do you mean that you couldn't dream when you were younger?
I didn't really. I mean, you know, back when you were in like school, where they asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up? I never really had an answer for that. You know what I mean? Like, I never really. The one thing I wanted to be was a comedian, and my mom wasn't having it. You know what I mean? But I never wanted to be a firefighter. I was a good like kid lawyer, just to get us out of trouble all the time. So I kind of wanted to be like a kid lawyer, but never really had dreams like that. And it wasn't until my first dream I ever had was I dreamt I was behind a pulpit preaching, and it scared me, because when I dreamt it, it's almost like I was half awake, half dreaming. And when I jumped up, it was so real to me that yeah. So I never really dreamt like that. And to be where I am now and going to England and having a wife and having a child and being saved and it's amazing being here with you. Like, this is just like a trip for me.
We didn't know
that
we were going to be here at the same conference. And what happened on Monday evening?
Monday we were walking through the food area that they have down there, and I'm walking and I look to my right and I see Hugo, and like it's crazy, because I already felt like out of place a little bit. You know, I'm here with all these people who've been doing grand things and transition or whatever, and so I was like, I'm like the rookie. But when I seen Hugo, like it was such a shock and so refreshing that it just felt like the weight fell off me, and it was a trip. I was so happy. I could have hugged him for a minute, but you know, we didn't want to look crazy in front of everybody. But yeah. So
now, what about now that you're an adult? Tell me about your dreams.
Man, well, my first and foremost, the one thing I dream about, or just the one thing that my heart's desire, is just to please God. That's the first and foremost. Let me just say that. But now, the implications of going over to England and seeing the world from that perspective, and knowing that things go beyond my city that I'm living in, or that there's life outside of the United States, like, that's eye-opening in itself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm actually about to go to another continent and and lived there for 3 to 5 years, and to be doing that is really it's unreal to me. Forget surreal, it's unreal to me. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful, and I'm ecstatic, and I'm happy. A lot of work to do, but I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity to not just expose myself to it, but to expose my daughter to it. I mean, my daughter is 1 year old with a passport. I was in my 30s when I first got my passport. So to be able to provide that for my family is unreal to me, man. It really is.
So he brought up something that caught my attention, and we talked about it already when he made the comment, because he's newer, but he brings a lot to the team and at his base. And when we worked together, he brought a lot to not only the team professionally, but to me as an individual. It was, majority of it was personally, life advice from this young man right here. And I hope never ever to hear you say that you feel like you don't belong.
Right.
Because I think that's normal. What advice would you give to someone who's challenged with thinking I'm not good enough or I don't belong, wherever that may be, whether it's a sports team, whether it's a school, whether it's whatever? What advice would you give?
Let me tell you this. By now, you know you probably know I'm a preacher, and I was telling Hugo that even though I've preached in front of hundreds, maybe a couple thousand now, the preacher still needs to be preached to. The minister still needs to be ministered to. The counselor needs to be counseled. And it's amazing. I'm really big on personal growth and development. And I've had an opportunity to talk to people from lieutenant colonels to colonels in one of our classes, to airmen, to soldiers, whatever. But in all of that development, or talking about that personal growth and development, I still find myself feeling inadequate in certain areas of my life. And I said that to say this. Even though I talk to you now and I'm articulating personal growth and development, I still suffered with it. And so I know the feeling of feeling inadequate, or feeling like you don't belong, or feeling like you're not good enough. But I'm gonna tell you, and I'll cry if I keep it up, but I'm gonna tell you, there hasn't been one area of my life where I felt like that I have not overcome up to this point. I'm serious. I didn't know if I was gonna be an adequate husband. I'm a beast. I love my wife. I didn't know I was gonna be an adequate father. I feel like me and my wife, we're doing the best we can, and we're learning as much as we can while trying to do the best we can. We're handling our business, you know what I mean? And so if you are at that place where you feel like you're not good enough, or you feel inadequate in something, just continue to stay the course, and I promise you, we were built to evolve. It is what it is. A dog is never gonna be nothing but a dog. A tree is never gonna be nothing but a tree. But we've been evolving since the day we were born. We were infants, babies, then we were kids, then we were adolescents. We've been evolving and growing since we were born. And we're the only species on this earth that can do it like that. All right? So we're built to adapt. We're built to be flexible. We're built to be resilient. And I'm telling you, you might feel like that, but if you keep it up, all of a sudden, it's going to be like clockwork. It's going to be like you've been doing it for a long time. So, yeah.
Okay. And then there's something I want to talk about, and I'll be brief because I want to hear his words. He brought up a few words in a sentence, and that's been on my mind. I created this channel coming up on 5 years in December because my kids are grown. I'm done with school. I want to help others. I like to help others. I like to interact with others. Some may call that paying it forward for the individuals that helped me when I was younger. What are your thoughts on paying it forward?
Oh man, so check this out. It's interesting. I live in Charleston right now. I'm in Charleston, and Hugo calls me and says, "There's a guy who watched the video, something like that, right? And there's a guy who saw some of the beginning videos, and he had came through my office for maybe one of his appointments, his final appointment in the military, whatever it was. And most likely, if he came in my office, we talked about more than what he came in there for. And what did he tell you? He said, hey, I know that guy on your video. Like I like that dude. That dude is, you know, tough. You know what I mean?
And he knew him because they came across paths at one point or another, maybe twice.
And just to be able to have that kind of impact on people, especially the way people have impacted me, like it's unbelievable. You know what I mean? And we're talking about in another state, right? He's wherever he is, and most likely things that I spoke to him about, and he probably poured it into me too, but the things that I spoke to him about, he's probably telling somebody that right now, because we probably had a deep conversation if I had that kind of impact on him to where he remembers me from a video. You know what I mean? So it's all about, they say, there's a term saying give and take, but I say give and give. All right, like when I come around you, I'm not coming to take nothing from you. Now if you give me something, I promise you I'm gonna give it back, but most of the time I come around you, I'm trying to leave with less than I came around you with. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. And I've been given so much opportunities, wisdom over the years, friends to love, that's like family to me. Like, it's all about give and give. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I know you're going to do great things in England, and I'm proud of you, and I want to go visit Larry and Andrea out there with my family, Julia.
Yes.
And their baby, and just hopefully we can make that happen. I hope you enjoyed this treasure time with my friend Larry from Philly, who was there from the beginning.
The beginning.
Let me show you what this place looks like.